everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game will feature a team that loves getting it done through the air. The Raiders are top 10 in passing TDs, and they go up against a Cowboys defense that will need to be on its game.
It's a day, Larry, that fans in these parts will need to savor as we come to you from the East Bay and Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Dallas Cowboys. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's Elliott. And now running right through him. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Again, it's Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. And cuts out right sideline. A big run that time by Elliott. 65 yards. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll try to run it with Morris. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it third and goal.
Clear Mack's starting to get a really big-time reputation as a pass rusher, and rightly so. So explosive off the edge, getting to the quarterback. But he doesn't neglect his run duties as well. How about that tackle right there? Such a package he has, able to play the run and the pass so well.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Running with Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. Bailey now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the rookie from Toledo, this is Kareem Hunt. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Looking to throw. Knight. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Raider first down, 17 yards. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Operating from the gun. Knight. He gives this one to Michael Crabtree. And he is knocked down from the side. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Well, I mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Knight. Crabtree with it over the middle. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
From the gun on 3rd down. Knight. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Demarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Out is Janikowski now for the Raider field goal try. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And his first carry, he loses the football. But I believe a Cowboy was there to get it. He was, and Dallas will maintain possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Prescott down. And that is incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. So they are going to call on Dan Bailey here. His career long is 56 yards done in Seattle. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Prescott from the gun. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Raider D, they get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down. And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here. 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They run again with Hunt. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again. Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. And they've got it here with a 1st down. From the gun, Knight. And it's caught by Crabtree. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here we go.
To throw on 2nd down, Knight. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line. And now the offense operates in the red zone. Here's Hunt. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possible.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Play fake here on first down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Terrence Williams that time, and that'll bring up second down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
On second down, Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. Third down, it's Prescott. He's airing it out for Williams. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This is taken around the 12. He juked him. Sometimes those punt returns can yield some unnecessary roughness penalty.
Now, I know a lot of guys, when they run a long way to execute a block or make a hit, they're going to launch it no matter what, and it can often cost them.
Got some space here. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice game there. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
Here we go.
On first down, Knight. This is caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
On third down, it's Hunt. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Out to kick is Janikowski. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order.
Well, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
Prescott now on second down. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. First down, Prescott hooking up with Beasley. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They go to Elliott again. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Drops it underneath to Elliott. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And it's taken in at the 9. Ooh, the juke. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Knight is going to go for a big play downfield. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, they go Lynch. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. He'll field this at the 5. One of the longest punts in the last decade or so, 80-plus yards. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. And not great starting field position here for the offense. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Prescott urging his guys to go quickly. They need to get up and set.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
Thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Des Bryant, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the 1st half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, what a move. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. And, oh, a good hit there and knocked down hard at the 49. So we've reached halftime here in Oakland with the Raiders on top. As we send you across the country to Orlando, standing by there, Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
This is Hunt. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And now running right through him. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Well, you had to punt on your 1st drive, and on the 1st play of the 2nd drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3 Leopard.
To throw on 2nd down. Knight. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Anthony Hitchens leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw. Knight looking deep for Crabtree. And got his man complete. They chalked that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down.
I know they had good coverage downfield, but you have to wonder, on 3rd and long like that, how does that happen, that they can get that far downfield and complete a pass? You got to guard the sticks, understand where you are, so it's almost like someone fell asleep at the switch, and now that the play's been completed, they've got to dust themselves off on defense, pick it up, and figure out how to not let that happen again.
And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. Throwing on 1st down. Knight. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there with his 3rd touchdown and 18th on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Out to kick is Janikowski. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They tried to run it to the short side of the field. There just wasn't a whole lot of room to work with.
Yeah, it seems like things just kept getting strung out towards the sideline, and he kept looking for a spot to dive up into the gap. There just wasn't one, so that turned into nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
And no gain. Bryant has it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. A first down carry by Elliott. Oh, he's got some breathing room. He's to the 10, and he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Bailey now to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Room to run past midfield. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now this time he'll look to throw. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Cooper was the intended target.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Prescott. And the Raiders have got him. The man whose father was a Cowboy, Mario Edwards Jr., in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is taken at the 15. Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
Right? As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
They'll start on the ground with Lynch. And he'll be taken down at the 18. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
And some room to maneuver. That one good for 33 and a first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So it'll be first down here after the run. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out and a 5-yard penalty. Inside the 40, and he takes this one down all the way near the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Off play action. Knight dancing to his left. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Knight. And he's got it. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll try to run with Hunt. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. Taking it in. And the Raiders add on to their lead. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Quentin Coples in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. On second down, Williams. Despite some fast footwork, he's still wrangled down shy of the 15. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with third and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
Third and long for Prescott. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield. It's a big play there on third down. 42 yards. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. From the pistol, here's Elliott. And he loses the football a second time. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defense is talking about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity. Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Khalil Mack in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Desperation time. Prescott on fours. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. There he goes left side. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis. Interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Janikowski now for the point after. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. Bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that, because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. He's at the 30. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
On the counter, Elliott. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back on that counter play?
That's what you need for a good counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well, but they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They give to Elliott. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. So he's in for his 3rd score of the game, and defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you, but for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Here we go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Going for the deep ball. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. 1st and goal. Defense with their backs against the wall. Operating from the gun. Knight. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. It's their quarterback taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled. And wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
Out to kick is Janikowski. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here. But let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93%.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Jamarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Looking to throw on second down. Knight letting one fly deep for Cooper. And this is caught by Cooper for a Raider touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. So the D-line's going to spread out. On 3rd down, Elliott. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And the Raiders pick it up.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Come on, let's go!
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Out to kick is Janikowski. Fielded about a yard deep. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal.
Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Bryce Butler, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys are in for 6. And that'll cut the lead down to 28. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. And now the rookie's free. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Janikowski on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Bryant, the man in motion right. On second down, Prescott again. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Prescott from the gun on third. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He completes it to Bryant. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 10 yards on the pickup there. And that leads to a Dallas first down. One last shot now for Prescott. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Raiders, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Black Hole celebrates. The Raiders are winners here as we say so long from Oakland.
You
everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's the Cowboys going up against the Packers.
This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Green Bay Packers. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. He'll be dropped at the 30. With a shifty move, got him a couple extra on the play. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. The give is to Elliott. A very tough run, but for a short gain out near the 32. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. He's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And, partner, in a lot of short yardage situations, you'll see the linebackers step up into the gaps, what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, to make sure they take away all spaces, all creases. That one worked really well for them.
Only needed a yard, instead went backwards. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And that's caught by Beasley. 6 yards there on the pickup. And the Cowboys are going to get a 1st down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now a handoff looking right, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. Prescott. And Beasley with it over the middle. And he gets this one across midfield for the 1st down to the 46. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Fresh set of downs here. Now a handoff here to his running back. He showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. So second down, 3 yards to go now. And to give this time to the tailback. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he finds Beasley complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. So first possession, 4th and short. Field goal's no gimme from here. What do you think about going for it?
I'm not just thinking about it. I'm signaling, go for it. Let's get this, all right? Yeah, look, you're right. You know, the field goal's there, but it's not a chip shot. My big thing is opening drive. You're trying to establish momentum. Let's not stall it ourselves. Let's go get this 1st down and then continue on downfield and try and get a touchdown.
Like your confidence.
Yeah, why not? Let's go.
Ooh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. They run the counter now on 1st down. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. Of course, remember last week, week number 1, quite the opener for him, NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he does not want to be a flash in the pan. He wants to have that type of a game each and every week. Let's see if he can get a 2nd award in week 2 of the season.
A first scoring update now from Carolina, and it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara finding some room at midfield. Oh, he slipped right. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Now they try the right side here. Oh, and now he bowls him over. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And some space here. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. They'll try the sweep with Elliott. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now a handoff as they run left side. Down to about the 22 here. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Prescott from the gun. Forced out to his left. And it's knocked away and incomplete. 1 minute 53 ticks left to go in this first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a good kick that time, and he's able to redeem himself from the previous miss. And fortunately for him, he got the chance to do that not long after missing the first time. Sometimes a whole game goes by, and you don't get that chance at all. So you keep it with you till the next time you take the field. And they finally get to him, but not before he's past the 45 to the 46-yard line. Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense. An NFL update. They're in the 2nd quarter in Baltimore. And it's the Ravens that have moved out to an early advantage. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. And they'll send the slot in motion left. They begin on the ground with Kamara. Spins by. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. I think that's about as good a 3-yard run as you're going to see. And he actually did with a little bit of flair, didn't he?
Let's go! What? None! Ohio!
Throwing, Hundley. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And a short gain down to about the 33. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it.
Let's go! Try it, 38!
Now Hundley. It's caught. Shepard. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And they're definitely showing blitz here. They'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. And the slot man goes in motion left. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Here we go!
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And Bryant's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break, as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. To return it, Alvin Kamara. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And a big loss here as he's taken down. David Irving. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. second down, Kamara. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards, and they're going to have a third down.
It seemed like the situation was second and a mile to go for a first down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything because if you're able to find a crease, you often have bigger guys working against smaller guys downfield. They picked up excellent yardage there to bring up a third down.
Back to throw. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. In motion, Patterson. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Let's go. Let's round. Ohio. Here we go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Out of the gun now on third down. Wide open receiver complete. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall. It'll be a gain of 16 and give him a first down as well. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They go play action here on first down. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. A fresh set of downs, and they're at the 1. First and goal. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Well, surprise, surprise. First and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak. No running play. They decide to throw for it, but the pressure got to him quickly and put the quarterback down.
And he's going to go down again. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Just keeping the play alive. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They're on to the second half now down in Miami. The Patriots have moved in front of the Dolphins now. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point. So no problems converting there.
That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off.
And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. Throwing, Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Now a play fake here on first down. Out to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Shepard. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
And he's got Rome. And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 51 yards on the ground. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here.
Let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Flex round. Flex round.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. David Irving in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think that was a good job. To drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So they settled for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious.
He's got a man, complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And he is going to feel that one. Knocked down hard at the 33. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He's got his man on the crossing route. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards through the air and a first down. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
It takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. Shedding the tackle. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. They're going to look to throw. Steps away. Throw left side complete. That's Shepard. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Eluding the pressure right. And he slides to avoid the hit. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So the D-line's going to spread out. Shepard will go in motion right. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. David Irving in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. They'll set up a throw. He sets to fire deep. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. They are on to the 4th quarter in Jacksonville. And we're seeing an extension of the lead by the Jags. They're up pretty big. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Let's go! Man 38! Man 38! Ohio!
Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Nick Perry in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Help me out, partner. Was that incomplete?
That was on a deep ball to Dez.
And that's a surprise. The way he attacks the football in the air, it's always surprising to me when he doesn't complete a pass like that.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 15. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And that's caught by Beasley. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. And they're able to stop it here on the spike with 3 seconds remaining. One last shot now for Prescott. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty, and with that, the ball game is over. Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone, but anytime you're outside of the 10, that's tough trying to drop a final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was, extra time. Too bad it's not FIFA soccer, right, where you get a little bit of extra and you get a chance to run a couple more plays and maybe get closer and take that last shot into the end zone.
So for the Packers, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Chicago Bears next week. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter @EA Madden NFL.